shoot a hole at the palm of your hand. Why don't we live it?
The first time I ever heard anything about manifesting or the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, was when I watched The Secret on Netflix in like 2015. I was instantly fascinated, but it took a while for me to actually figure it out. A few years passed, and in 2018, I started practicing and looking into witchcraft and paganism more heavily, and that's where I started really learning about manifesting and what it means to actually do it. I'm sure if you're here, this probably isn't the first you've heard of manifesting or the law of attraction, but just in case, I decided I'd go ahead and read the definitions. The law of attraction is the spiritual and scientific belief that positive thought can bring positive experiences, and vice versa. Negative thought will bring negative experiences. You can do more research yourself. Psychology-wise, manifesting is using our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to bring something to our physical reality. I love that, actually. The actual, just like, dictionary definition is to display or show one's acts, or to display or show by one's acts or appearance, to demonstrate. The actual definition of manifesting is essentially what the law of attraction says, which is that positive belief, like whatever your belief is, whatever that thought pattern is, or like whatever you're demonstrating is what you are. That's what happens. That's what you draw. So that's really interesting. I find that very interesting. Very clear about what you want. Yes, it's like the genie principle. Like when a genie pops up and they're like, you get 3 wishes, but you have to be very specific with those wishes because there's going to be like a twist if you're not. I think of it as like the universe is like fail-safe to like make sure you're actually focusing and you're actually asking for what you need to ask for. If not, it's going to make you rethink it. It's going to make you pivot. You're going to have to pivot because you're going to get something probably weren't actually asking for. For instance, if you are wanting a promotion or a change in job, you have to say like, you can't just say like, I want a new job, because then you could get a new job, but you might get fired from the job that you're having an issue with or whatever, and get a new job that's worse. Like, be like, I want to manifest a job doing this. So in doing this, you're having to make sure, this is what you want. It's not something that someone else wants, or something you feel like you should want or should have. To manifest something, you have to want it wholeheartedly. You have to want it enough to see it, to believe it. If it's not something you actually want, you're not going to be able to manifest it anyway, because you're having an internal conflict before it even comes out. So the universe is going to be like, man, they don't even know what they want. They don't even know. So we'll just wait. I'm a big picture person, so that's something that I had to learn. That's why I know it's like kind of a big deal. I'm a big picture person. I'm not good at details. I'm not good at being specific. I like to do the big thing, but manifesting doesn't work as well that way. I mean, it'll still work, but you're going to get, again, like mixed results. Regardless, it's going to work out in your favor if you know how to, switch it up. But yeah, a lot of times I've been trying to manifest something and I either like thought I wanted it, or like I thought it was what I needed or something, and because I didn't really want it and I couldn't like get super passionate about it. Because when you're passionate about something, it's easier to get detailed about it. It's easier to be like, yeah, you know, like this is what I want. I want this thing specifically, like this. It's just something you feel like you're supposed to be getting, though. If you don't have that passion for it, you're not going to be able to conjure the vision in your head. You're not going to be able to conjure the passion in your soul to move the energy to bring it to you. You're just not going to be able to. It's not.
Number 2 is being grateful. This is what took me the longest, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I was actively ungrateful. It's because you can't be truly grateful if you're in victim mode or survival mode. And I spent many years bouncing from one of those to the other. Being semi-grateful because even as I thanked God and the universe for what I had, I waited for it to all be taken away. Being grateful isn't just saying thank you to another person or a higher power. It's looking at your life and taking stock of everything you've done, everything you've gone through, every experience and lesson that has brought you here. And instead of counting your wounds and scars, counting the knowledge that you've gained, the love you've felt, the friends you've made, the family you've grown. Being so full of life that you feel honored to be given even the seemingly small piece of it. To manifest something well and in a timely manner, you have to believe you deserve it. And it's so much easier to believe when you see how much life has already given you.
Stop waiting for everything to fall apart. If you're constantly waiting for it to fall apart, then you're preparing a shaky foundation for whatever you want to sit on, and a shaky foundation is obviously not going to hold it up. Like, in this process, you have to have a little faith in yourself. Everything that's really meant for you can't make its way to you if you're pushing it out and like holding it out with a wall of fear that you just don't deserve it, or fear that you're going to mess it up. Like, how's it even supposed to get to you? How are you going to say you want this thing and then not let it come? Again, these are not judgmental questions. I know all of this from experience. I didn't go to college. But yeah, if you didn't deserve it, if you didn't deserve these things that were coming to you, if you didn't deserve this life, you wouldn't be here. And that's on that. That's on. Period. You wouldn't be here if you weren't supposed to be. You wouldn't have all these things if you weren't supposed to have them.
Number 3 is believing. You should have known this was coming because, as I said before, to manifest something, you have to believe you deserve it. And that is so true. But it's not all. You not only have to believe you deserve it, you have to believe you can get it. You have to believe you already have it. Being Delulu is the Salulu.
And this again is where I had to work on my people-pleasing habits and my self-worth, because worrying about what other people thought, I deserved, what they thought I was worth, led me pretty far off the path that Source meant for me, that the universe meant for me, God, because other people can't know what I'm worth. They can't know what I deserve because they can't know me deeply enough for that. No other human is going to be able to know me deeply enough, or to know you deeply enough to be able to tell you what your purpose is and what your path is and what you can and can't do on that path. The only thing that could tell me what I deserve and what I'm worth is me, myself, and God. And so only the opinions of me, myself, and God make it into my goals and manifestations. Even people that you really love and really care about, their opinion cannot matter about this if you really care about it and you really want it, because that's not their journey. Like, yeah, science is magic and magic is science. Like, it's all the same thing. It's just with science, you're like explaining how you do the magic, and magic is just kind of accepting that sometimes even science can't explain things. So yeah, I think science is just a way to explain and describe the magic that's already here in the world, and with it being a description, you can change the interpretation as you please. I like my interpretations to be more magical and whimsical and fun, so sometimes you have to just believe. What was it? Is it Josh from the Polar Express, that if you just believe, you just believe. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I sang your song. Probably didn't even sing it very well. But the point stands, sometimes you do have to have, like, faith. You don't necessarily have to have, like, spirituality or religion, but faith doesn't call for that. You can have faith in just yourself. Just you. You wonderful, beautiful, living, breathing organism you.
So some of my favorite ways to manifest are vision boards. I love vision boards. I'll get on Pinterest. I make them bi-weekly, y'all, but they're awesome. I'm a very visual person, so yeah. My second favorite is affirmations and high vibe music. I start my days with high vibe music. I have a great high vibe playlist. My Spotify will be in the description. I'm also a huge fan of sleep, so I love sleep visualization, which is where, as you're going to sleep, you visualize yourself in that dream life and your dream bed, and in that life. Works really well. I also love writing it down, of course. You're literally making it physical that way, when you take it out of your head and put it on a piece of paper. Step one. And last is romanticizing my life. And yes, that counts as manifesting.
So I did want to talk about manifesting on accident because we do. Think about Harry Potter. They feel when they have a lot of feelings, like very powerful emotions. They can, create magic even without meaning to. That's how manifesting works in the real world, because it's energy, like you're using energy. So when we're very emotional, bodies are creating a lot of stuff. So if you're not careful when you're upset, I used to accidentally manifest bad things to happen to me. I feel things so deeply and so intensely. I'm really good at manifesting for that reason, because I feel very intensely and very deeply. Like I've said before, your emotions can be useful. Listen to them. Tap into them. They aren't you. They are tools. They are parts of you. But anyway, continue. And like I said, I learned a little about the law of attraction from The Secret, which I want to mention real quick, that guy, the guy who started The Secret or whatever, one of them, I don't think it's both. I think there's both. But you should look it up. He is crazy. He ruined a lot of people's lives, and essentially started a cult. Anyway, with the law of attraction. When I first started learning about that, I'm obviously trying to use it, but I was in the midst of a huge, really big, depressive, dark night of the soul, even before I learned about it. But because it's what you concentrate on. If you're constantly everything sucks, the world is hard, everything's hard, but then you're trying to manifest good things to you, it's not going to work. What's going to work is what you're feeling very passionately about, and what you're feeling very passionately about is how much everything sucks. So, again, in those moments, it's just kind of important to ground yourself, remember who you are, remember everything. That's where the gratefulness practice comes really in handy, is that not everything sucks. And there have been sucky moments, but the vast majority of things are good. You have to at least convince yourself that. Because, if you're constantly focusing on very negative things, if you have a very negative mindset most of the time, even if you're not meaning to, that's what you're bringing in. You're manifesting that on accident. You can manifest good things on accident too. I've done that. I've manifested so many good things on accident. Number one, anybody who tries to tell me it's not possible to begin with, I've done it on accident, so I know it's possible. It's just, changing the energy. Like picking the energy that you want to use. You have a choice. You have to be very intentional, very conscious of your emotions. Getting more in touch with yourself, manifesting a couple times a day will help with that. The only thing that really can help with that is you paying attention to yourself, being aware of what's going on in your head, what you're thinking of a lot. That's why journaling is a helpful practice.
So I hope this helped. I definitely plan on making more videos and going into more depth about manifesting and stuff in the future, because of course there's so much more to it than this, but I'm not going to make y'all sit through a 3-hour video, So I hope you join me in the future for more.
Just got out of the shower, but I just wanted to say thank you for being here again, for experiencing life with me and talking about life with me, and I can't wait to just keep doing it. I love you all so much. Until next time, beans. Mwah!